Well, the game's coming thick and fast, and we're not too far away now from the halfway stage of the season, probably about a month away, so a good moment to look back on what we've had so far. There must be loads of things that have really pleased you. I know on Saturday there'll have been frustrations. Loads of stuff's gone right though, and it's just a case really of taking that one step, isn't it, in terms of the consistency?
Of course. I mean, you can look at the season whatever way you want. You know, you can say that we've had some really good performances, we've had some very average performances, but it is a season, isn't it? Nothing's won November, December, but you can keep yourself within the hunt of the top six and trying to chase down the top two, which is still our aim. It really is. We have got a goal that we want to try and achieve at the end of the season, and that is it. We're firmly focused on that. We're going to have bad days, I told you that. We're going to have good days, and we got to make sure we have more good days than bad ones, and that's our aim. You know, I've still firm belief in this squad. We've had a lot of games recently, no excuses, but one or two carrying niggles and injuries getting into games. It's probably hurting us a little bit as well. Some tired bodies, some tired legs. And it's about utilising the squad at this stage of the season, and it's the reason why we put the squad together in the summer, myself and the chairman and Barry, and we got to utilise it. We got to trust the players that we've got in the building to come in and do a job for us.
Out of all of the games so far this season, which one do you feel has come closest to being a complete 90 minutes? Which one were you most satisfied after?
Well, I mean, the Wigan game at home was a bit of everything really. I think you've seen the attacking style of our team. You've seen the aggression that we can play at, and playing on the front foot, and the energy and the tempo that we show. So that was a good one, definitely at home. And I think the Northampton game away from home, you know, they were going through a little tricky period at that time, but to go away from home and to win so comfortably were two very, very good performances from us that we have to take comfort from and remember it, and remember what we did well in them two games, and that's what we need to get back to. We need to continue to work hard, continue to realise that we have got a good group of players when we all click and link, and everyone's clear in their mind getting into games. Yeah,
and it's amazing, isn't it, that particularly with the Northampton game, you get to a stage where you make it look so easy, but it's all the hard work that goes into that, and I guess once you get into that position, that's when the players can really enjoy it, isn't it? When you've got that flow and you're thinking, yeah, we're doing what we want to be doing.
Of course. I mean, listen, football is about enjoying it. You know, it is about going out on the pitch and expressing yourself. Definitely playing for me and for this football club, that's what I'm about. I love people who express themselves and be creative, create chances, you know, everything that we always talk about, you know, that's me as a football coach, and that's how I coach. Yes, I want my team to work hard, and that's a given. Never once have I questioned their work rate or their appetite to work for this football club, and I haven't seen that this season. There's been disappointing results, of course, but the appetite to play for this football club and the work rate and the application, the boys has been first class all year. Just the results haven't gone our way, whether it's a lack of quality on the day or just a general mistake that we couldn't really affect in the game. That we've started to cut out, you know, the individual areas that cost us for a while. So we need to make sure we stay strong as a club, as a football club, and we will, because it's like I said, it's a long old season. The games are coming thick and fast. Another good game tomorrow against Charlton at the Valley, and then we've got the 2 cup games to look forward to. So, you know, hopefully by this time next week or the week after, we'll be in a lot better and happier position.
Yeah, you've played 4 of the current top 6 so far. Obviously, Charlton in there as well. 2 wins, 2 defeats. But I'm guessing from all of those 4 games, maybe the first half against Bradford you wouldn't have been so happy with, but all of the rest of it, you got a real bunch of good performances.
I mean, some of the defeats, you know, if you look back at the Gillingham game, we had a really good goal in the second half to try and get back into it, and, you know, we did everything but score. The Oldham game, we give it a good goal. We should have had a penalty. We end up losing 3-2, albeit against 10 men, but we give it a good goal to get back in the game. I think the most disappointing thing from the weekend was that it wasn't, you know, that wasn't us, because we didn't look as if we were going to create something or score something, and I can't say that too much this season. I really can't. You know, that's probably one of the games where I thought we're scratching our head. We're all scratching our head. The players thinking, where are we going to score from? You know, Madison's been man-marked. Jackie was off his game a little bit. You know, we're thinking, okay, well, who can we get somebody else to step up to the plate and do something and score? And it just didn't happen. So, although it's frustrating, it's gone. You know, we've drawn our line on it. We've reflected on it this morning, and we just look forward now. And forward is another good game at Charlton against a very good Charlton team, who will be up and around it. You know, I'm sure Carl expects that with the finances and stuff at their club as well, and the amount of fans they get there. So they'll be expecting to be challenging for the league. So it's a difficult game, really difficult game, but one that we can go there and if we perform, we can go there and win.
Yeah, it should be a really cracking night. Great setting in terms of the valley. Charlton are going well, play some nice stuff. It's very nicely set.
I mean, well, it'll be a good game. It'll be a good footballing game. Two teams who like to play the right way. Carl's teams always like to play. You know, he's always got very good footballing teams who will pass the ball. They'll look to create chances and they'll look to hurt you with their pace and the attack. And we're similar. You know, we like to get the ball down. We like to move it. And we like to create opportunities. So it's got the markings for a really good game. We got to make sure we're switched on defensively, strong, and then, you know, get our threats higher up the pitch to cause them problems, which you've already seen this year that Madison and Marriott have got 20 goals between them, so they can cause anybody problems in this league.
You mentioned the injuries. I always think that must be one of the hardest parts of management, making a judgment on players when they've got knocks or niggles, because inevitably they're going to be keen to play and want to get out there, and you've got all the stats and the data, but it must be really tough to make that judgment as to what's best for the team and what's best for the individual as well. It
is. I mean, there's stages this season where we've gone through that if you're not 100% then you don't play, but it's easy to manage that when you've got a Saturday to Saturday games, you know, and it's difficult when it's Saturday, Tuesday, Sunday, Wednesday, whatever we're doing at the minute, to try and get people out on the training ground to have a look at them. You're almost making a real judgment call on the day sometimes on players to see if they're fully fit. So listen, we've got a good enough squad. I'm not sitting hiding behind the fact that we haven't got people to come in. We do. They have to come in. They have to, you know, they earn their money, if you like. It's why they're at the football club. It's why they get paid good money to be here. They come in, they perform, and we all get results together. So whoever starts in the team, whoever does, you know, who's on the bench, whoever's not on the bench, we're all together here. You know, we all spoke at length, you know, over the past couple of days about it. We're all together. We know we're going to get good days, we're going to get bad days. We just stay with each other, and I'm sure we'll have a really good season. Yeah,
we saw Ricky Miller and Chris Forrester and Idris Kanu all off the bench at the weekend, and Jermaine Anderson did the first 45. You've got Callum Chettle in reserve as well. I guess it's that group of players, is it, that you're wanting to really call on over the coming weeks?
Of course, and we've got some younger players who are training, performing really well with us and training, doing well for the 18s and whatever 23 games we've got, the Freestones, the Borgs, the Sam Cartwrights, you know, the young Harrison Burrows who's coming on leaps and bounds playing for the 18s and scoring regularly every week for them, only 15 years of age. We've got a lot of younger lads who are knocking on the door as well, and when they played last year, done well. You know, you forget the Freestones and Borg, the games they played last year, and they done really well. So we've got a squad to pick from. We need to make sure we get the right one on the pitch tomorrow. That's gonna hurt Charlton. That's the first and foremost thing, and we need to make sure we go there and put a performance on that warrants a win, not like we did, you know, at Rochdale, because that doesn't get you wins. You know, you need to work hard. You need to roll your socks up and roll your socks down and run and work and fight for this football club if you do get results, because on the back of that we've got players that can hurt teams.
And with the goalkeeping situation, I'm assuming it's really important that you don't get into a situation where both Jonathan Bond and Conor O'Malley are feeling if they're in the side, if they make one mistake they're going to come out again. You want it a bit more settled than that. So is it a case of not putting a huge amount of pressure on whoever's got the shirt? Is that a delicate one to get right?
What I would say about the goalkeeping situation is like I've said to you before, I've got 3 really good goalkeepers. One, Josh, has gone out on loan to Royston. You know, Tiles is still registered here, so include Tiles in that. 4 good goalkeepers. It's important that whether you're the goalkeeper or whether you're the centre forward, or whether you're the midfield player or the centre half, that your position is not guaranteed here. You have to perform to stay in this team. It's not about being, I'm the number one, I'm in. This is the way I'll speak to the goalkeepers. Just, you know, this is the way I'm saying to them all the time, is you have to, you know, play well to stay in the team. And that's what we are with the goalkeepers. So it's, you know, they've done, both of them's done well when they've been in the team. Yes, they've made one or two mistakes, but haven't we all? This is what we're in football for, and you live and learn by them, and you move on.
And with Guillaume back from suspension, all good to go tomorrow night? Yeah,
Guillaume's fit, trained today. He's a good boost to have for us, really. You know, he's very, very important for us with the pace and energy he brings to the team. We want to try to add more goals to his game, working with Guillaume on that, because if we can get him contributing more to that, like he did last year, then we've got players up at the top end of the pitch, and not only goals coming from the Danny Lloyds or the Marcus Madisons or the Jack Marriotts. It's going to be the Guillaume Edwards adding to it as well, and hopefully we can start adding more through the team, and expanding the team.